A shell surprisingly hit a strange little bird inside. The girl wanted to get closer to listen to the sounds, but suddenly her eyes became vacant, and she collapsed by the seaside. When her friends found her, the girl finally woke up without any harm. Strangely, even though the girl opened her mouth to speak, she couldn't produce a single sound. Before the children could figure out what was happening, her moody father grabbed her and pulled her away, wanting to prevent her from interacting too much with the village kids. He didn't notice that his daughter had just lost her voice. Suddenly, Jack, who had been observing by the seaside for a long time, appeared and questioned the girl about whether she had been eavesdropping on the sounds inside the shell. It was then that the father realized his daughter was in trouble. At a small cottage on the cliff, Jack revealed the truth about the shell. In fact, the creatures inside weren't seabirds but bird-like parasitic worms. They feed on algae and, once they detect an impending disaster, they would land on shore in advance. If humans listened to their chirping near their ears, victims would forget how to speak. However, this was a minor issue. As long as people listened to others speak every day, they would fully recover within a month. Although the girl's problem was resolved, a bigger disaster was about to unfold. The parasitic worms in the ocean were gathering in increasing numbers. Jack told the man to quickly inform all the villagers to evacuate, but the selfish man claimed it had nothing to do with him and didn't want to return to the village, possibly due to existing conflicts with the villagers. Helplessly, Jack had to inform the villagers himself to stop fishing in the sea. Unexpectedly, as the disaster was imminent, the fishing captain was not afraid at all and insisted on continuing work the next day. It turned out that fishermen were no longer going out to sea but had started artificial breeding by the shore. The captain's reluctance to give up the bountiful sea was also due to a major disaster 10 years ago. On that day, crimson blood stained the entire sea area, all because of the captain's negligence, which caused a female catcher on the boat to be eaten by sharks. The catcher's husband, who was the father introduced at the beginning, was originally like a brother to the captain. Upon learning the truth, he left the village and lived alone with his daughter on the cliff. The captain apologized multiple times by visiting their home, but this only stirred up his memories of his wife repeatedly.